If you're posting content very often, but it feels like it's not really doing anything, then there's a simple reason for that. Most of the time, it's not the quality of the content, it's actually the lack of alignment behind the content. This happens to a lot of people who are genuinely trying. They're showing up, they're sharing ideas, they're posting consistently, but nothing feels connected and nothing seems to build on itself. When I first started creating content more seriously, I treated every post like its own moment. One day I talked about branding, the next day I talk about mindset, then I'd share a lesson from business, then something personal. None of it was wrong on its own. But together, it didn't feel like it was going anywhere. I was posting, but I wasn't leading people anywhere specific. Each piece of content stood by itself instead of stacking on top of the last one. Because when you have random content, it's not going to connect because it doesn't give people a path to follow. So if your posts don't relate to each other, your audience has to start over every single time. They have to relearn who you are, what you do, and why they should even care. And that's tiring for people. It's exhausting. But if you align your content, it feels a lot easier to understand because it keeps pointing in the same direction, right? This post might be about one thing, and if your next post references that same thing again, you're giving your audience direction. When I started thinking of content as a series instead of single posts, everything changed. Instead of asking, okay, what should I post today? I started asking, what idea am I helping people understand this week? That whole shift made my content a lot clearer, and it made my message easier to follow, which actually made it easier for people to stay connected instead of drifting away and going in other directions. So here's what aligned content actually looks like. Aligned content does three things. It talks to the same type of person. It focuses on the same core idea. And it also builds understanding over time. So each post doesn't need to be perfect. It just needs to make sure that it makes sense and it connects to the post before it and after it. Okay. So when content connects, your trust is going to grow. Your audience is going to grow naturally because people will feel like they're learning something step by step instead of being dropped into these random conversations every time you post. So if your content feels random, your audience is probably feeling very confused. So alignment isn't about posting less. It's actually about pointing everything into the same direction. You just need one clear idea that your content can grow around, okay? So you pick that one idea and then post about that topic. You can do it weekly, monthly, or per season, but whatever that time frame is, make related posts about that one topic. If you want to create content that actually connects instead of just fills space, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the next episode, friend. I appreciate your support. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this episode, then like and subscribe to support Brand Impact 365 with LaMorvielle. And if you are struggling with your brand impact, then watch the next video.